beyond the veil and be more than what you were before. Alright. I am just real aggravated right now. I am very annoyed. Because I have people who claim that they know what science is, and yet all they ever do is give numbers and numbers and numbers. Yet there's no proof that they ever provide, no way that they ever show proof of their claim. Yet their insanity derives because they've got numbers and they're sucking on a numbers god's dick or something, and that this number god came down and whacked them in the head somehow and gave them these numbers that prove something. What? I mean, if you don't realize the truth behind what numbers really are, and that they are nothing more than sigils, like that of a pentagram, or something to that effect, or a Star of David, or stuff like that, you're insane. If you don't have proof of claim, you're not science. You're what is called Z-I-O-N. That is called a scientist. He is a number fucker. He fucks numbers. He enjoys numbers and playing with numbers, and numbers tell him this, and numbers tell him that, and somehow some number god came up and slapped him in the head and said, hey, here's this equation. No. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They want to run through these equations like stupid little animals. Oh, jump through this hoop, jump through that hoop. You're stupid, you're stupid, you're too stupid to know how they were able to prove their numbers work. You're too stupid to ask because you're told that government or mind control is right. And you don't ask for proof. Yet, when anyone challenges you and your belief system about these number gods, you attack them. Well, where's your proof of this? Where's your proof of that? And you act all fucking insane. And you get up with the, well, what drugs are you on and shit like that. You know what? That is a third grade mentality where you have to resort to name calling and shit like that. If you're going to be a shit pusher, no, I'm not name calling. I'm describing what you are doing. You're pushing shit because you have no proof of claim. You have no valid idealism. You have no ability to think for yourself because this is what government told you, and government can't be wrong according to what you think. And here's the problem. You don't think. When you quote people who don't have proof and who you can't show an example of, i.e., I walk around my car, a round is an action. A round means an action, not a description. Most people don't get that. Most people think, oh, because government said this, it must be true. Mentality. That is a fucking moron. He's not an intelligent person. Never will be an intelligent person. Yet, he claims to know something out of some reason and so on. Somehow, that because of this or because of that, it gives him some right to act insane. I mean, that's just so stupid. Where you have these individuals who think that they're doctors and go, well, you're an idiot and shit like that. You know what? That's Einstein shit. That's Einstein shitonium. Where an individual who judges before they investigate is the highest form of ignorance and stupidity that you can get. And if the first place you go is, well, you're stupid, when someone says something you disagree with and you don't have proof to back up your claim, you're ignorant. And that's where they want you. They don't want you educated, because an educated man is hard to control. An educated man can think for himself. A stupid man can't. A stupid man believes what he reads like some fucking religion and goes and thumps it at everyone. Well, this is what you learn here, and this is what your indoctrination centers called schools teach you. But this indoctrination is not indoctrination. It's not a religion of types. It's fact based on these numbers that don't show shit, because there's nothing that backs them up. It's insanity. If you can't prove it's real, and you have to resort to hearsay, how do you know that's not the fucking town drunk? How do you know it's not like DeGrasse, where he picks up a mic and drops it and says, this is gravity, but doesn't take into consideration the fact that he had to squeeze it to pick it up to start with and eliminate half the problem. Just like if I were to give you a live rabbit and were to ask you for half, and you give me 1/3 of it, claiming that, oh yes, it's half, I'll look at you like you're insane. Because I give you that half back that you just gave me, and you put it together, and you know what? The fucking rabbit's still dead. It's not the same live rabbit I gave you. And that half that you said that it was, that 0.5 plus that 0.5 that you have to make 1, doesn't cause the rabbit to come back to life. So in other words, you're left with less than what you started with in order to come up with your claim of pretend. So you're claiming that this 2/3 that you're left with, that you split in half and hand me the 1/3 of it, claiming that it's half, is insanity. Because you're going to figure that divide actually works, and you want to pretend divide works. I only have to show once where it doesn't, and it fucks the whole thing up. You take any life form and do that. Guess what? You take a human and do it. You divide him in half. There ain't no technology that you have that you can give me exactly half. None. But you'll pretend that the 2/3 is 1/2, or that the 2/3 is 1 whole, so you can give me 1/3 of it and claim that it's 1/2. That's insanity. But according to the numbers, and according to the math that you ignore half the issue in order to claim something that's not real. There's a difference between Zionists, who are number worshippers and suck on a God's number dick, and science, where you can actually go out and test it. Science, you can actually prove. Zion only has numbers. What the fuck? I mean, you want numbers? Here. Let me explain it to you this way. A stopped clock is right once a second out of every day. Or in a 12-hour period of 60 minutes, which is at 720 right now, times another 60 seconds per minute, which, give me a second, which is 43200, times it's wrong before it's right. 43200 possibilities, and only one time it's right, and the majority of the time it's fucking wrong. And I've just proven that the majority, no matter what the majority says, is fucking wrong. And this is what Zion is, where you have the majority of these fuckwads and these dickweeds that don't have any proof of their claim. except this number theorem where they want to bash you over the head and say, numbers were handed down by a god. No, they weren't. Numbers were created by a man, and a man lied and told you that they were handed down by a god. Think of that. You're telling me that my God doesn't exist, but you want to claim that your God of numbers is somehow better than mine. No, you're wrong. You're insane. And I can show you how insane you are on that fact. And there are people like this. Einstein was a Zionist, not a scientist. He never provided proof of shit. Yet, look at the fame that man had. What did he do for humanity to get that fame? Nothing. He was a fucking town drunk looking for his next wine to get drunk off of. Looking for the next person who would pay his bill. And you know what? Someone came up and offered him money, and so on and so on and so on, to pretend that he was smart, and he's not. The shadow you see before the moon is the tree. So don't worry about that. That's nothing. I mean, you want to get down to it? Let me ask you one serious question. Whose dick did they use to measure from the Earth to the sun? What physical object that they used, or that was used, to measure the distance? No physical object and only numbers? Oh shit! That's dumb fuckery. That's a numbers god that you praise when you say shit like that. Well, according to the numbers here, it says this, and you have shitheads. You want to claim thousands of years. Guess what? There ain't no one that fucking old on the world. So, claiming thousands of years is hearsay shit. Not proof. You can't prove what you claim. All you're saying is, well, so-and-so said this thousands of years ago. And it makes you a moron for repeating it and not having proof. I mean, if you can't prove what he says, it's bullshit. Doesn't matter what you want to pretend. It's bullshit. I don't call a rose by another name. A rose is a rose. A shit pusher is a shit pusher. If you're pushing your theories and your hearsay shit and saying, well, according to so-and-so, we have this. No, you don't. You don't have any proof. Proof is stuff that can be tested. If you can't show any tests, it's a religion. If you have no tests, if you cannot test what you believe, it's not proof of anything. It's hearsay. Hearsay is not valid. Not even in a court of law. But you're going to claim, because of hearsay, you know something? I don't think so. Anyway. Over and out. Bye.